officers and members of the People's Party, fellow Liberians, I want to take a bold step to serve this community. And we can guarantee you, before you can become a leader, you will have to serve. And we have served, and we are willing to serve you all. Fellow Liberians, as we enter a new political era in our community, we have audience with the belief that leaders with broad and open vision are urgently needed to prepare our community. This is why I thought it wise by bringing in people who are trustworthy, people that you can rely on, that is dependable, to help me run this community if we can be elected. Introduce my team that will be running an honest woman, a mother, a wife, somebody who I can depend on in my present and my absence to serve this community. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Statula Ghetto, my Vice President. I'm also blessed again to have a young and not only time. Join me, ladies and gentlemen, as I introduce our General Secretary, Mr. Sina Julu. That your account will be safe and fine. I thought it wise to bring a man who has put in place accountability, number one in this community. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce Mr. Pico Stoppet, our treasurer. I know that he can do it, and I can guarantee that the finances of this community will always be safe. I'm pleased to introduce, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. James, somebody who is not yet. I know the MC clearly stated. This is the team that will lead this community into the next 2 years if we get elected. We cannot do this by ourselves. We need your help. We want you to come and join this team and let us build this community. I stand here, I know that this road is not an easy task. I am taking on a huge role, me and my team. We might be leading a community almost about 2,000 Liberians within Worcester County. It is a great challenge. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, we thought it wise by bringing in our team that said unity, accountability, and development. I can show you all, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to maintain a positive working relationship with all of our tribal and county group within Worcester County. And how are we going to do that? We're going to target our heads. We're going to make sure we get to the heads of those various groups or organizations, have series of meetings with them and workshops, encouraging our people to come and join the Liberian Association. And let us become one. For in union strong success is sure. And I can guarantee you if we all become one, we will succeed. In the relationship with Folakin, our mother's chapter, and also all of the local chapters within Massachusetts. That I promise. We also going to have financial transparency, like I mentioned earlier. I thought it was by bringing in Mr. Pico Stoppet, who is very good at putting in finances together. Alongside with him will be Mr. James Kimmer. And I have no doubt in my mind that our finances will be kept well and safe. And how are we going to do that? We're going to encourage each and every Liberian within Worcester County to pay their dues. We're going to have a program set in place encouraging people to pay their dues. This association, we need to support it. And the only way we can support it is by paying our due. And this is why we as leaders will be there to take that place. I can promise you that we'll have an establishment of a 501(c)(3) that will open opportunities within our community. With a 501(c)(3), we can do a lot of things in this community. It's about time that we move from here to another level. It's about time we stop running around begging, no different from the Nigerians and Ghanaians and other nationalities who live in Massachusetts. And if you all Ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you that one of the most important things my administration, and I want to applaud Mrs. Mona Wassner again. She's my own niece who's doing extremely well in this community. Thank you so much. I'm going to set aside a program called Each One Teach One. Educating our youth to go back to school, learn trade, or do something that will benefit them in this country as immigrants, that when they go back home, they will not be laughed at. That I can promise you, this administration, if we get elected, will put in place or need me for. That I can promise this community, if I get elected, that will not stop. We're going to continue it, and to make it a little better, I'm going to encourage my administration, more especially my officials, to join me in our volunteer service. Because with volunteering, we think we can do a lot. It's very shameful to see our elderly people. If we get elected, our administration is going to set a program for our elderly people. We're going to set aside a program that will cater to the new immigrants that will come into this country, into this county. A program that will help them. It was so shameful the other day to find a very young man, 40 out, because he was not educated to go and do a physical therapy. To educate our people in this community, be it young or old, it's important we need to do that. We also going to put a program in place. This time around will be on immigration. We will focus on TPS, but I prefer educating the people as an immigrant in this country. We came here to make a living. How can we do that? We need to follow the rules and guidelines, most especially our youth. And there will be a series of workshops that my administration is going to have, educating people on how to live in this country as immigrants. I think it's important that we teach our young people, even the older ones, as immigrants, we're here to make the best of our opportunity, that if we go back home, we will use that to better our country, Liberia. Fellow Liberians, I have no doubt in my mind that if you unity, accountability, and development within the community, the Liberian Association will move from this level to a level that people here will wonder, wow, Liberians can do great things. This is why I call it on each and every one of you today to pass the message around that People's Party is here because of unity. We're here because we're going to maintain your accountability. We're here because we're going to develop this community, not to tear it apart. I can assure you all that our campaign will be very professional. We're going to be very much kosher in running a peaceful campaign. And I want to promise you that my team have promised me that this campaign is going to be one peaceful one, that Liberian. Let's set example to other nationalities within this community, that Liberians are of peace and not war. Fellow Liberians, I want to say a very big thank you to all of you all for coming today. For again, I say, union strong, success is sure. Join us and let us build a better Liberian association for our youth. May God bless our country, Liberia, and the United States of America. Thank you so much. Encourage them to join the after-school program called ACE in Worcester County. We're also going to focus on our elders and our immigrants that come into this county. And believe you me, in union strong, success is sure. If we all can put aside our differences as Liberians, come and join this party, the People's Party, that stands for unity, accountability.